Well, here's what we're up to today. This is our back, we call it our back manure pit. And this manure pit goes underneath that barn there, and then this barn here. So the old parlor is over in there. And what we used to have is a standpipe that come off of this pump, and it hung from that cradle right there. But all the tankers that we had were rear load. All of the ones that we have now are center fill, or the 5 trailers anyways, and we have 3 straight trucks that have rear fill on them. So we can't really load the center load trailers here from that load stand that we used to have. So now we have this load cart set up. And with the load cart, we have to have a hose that stretches across the manure pit over to that load cart. Being that we're in the colder weather now, we have to be able to drain that hose. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a valve in. We're going to take that hose off, cut the hose, and then put a valve in that we can open and close with a hydraulic valve. I got to run over and help him with that door. So we're going to get the hose off, take it down to the shop, put a drain valve on there. We'll show you what that's all about when we get back up here and get this hooked up here. help you with that over there. I gotta get a bar, I think. Okay. Underneath that hydraulic cylinder bucket. Can you see the cylinder from there?
No, I can't. I don't think I can go back enough.
Well, if you could get underneath that cylinder and
Can I steer back up and steer that way?
yeah, maybe. And then yeah, I think that'll work. If you back up and steer that way. I know it's gonna happen. It's gonna come off once and I'm gonna end up in the fucking shit.
If I pull on the rope, but I won't gain it.
Wondering if I can get the rope to that rope.
What if I just back around more? Get your whole
I can unhook this rope. Yeah, mate, you might be able to get it over there, yeah. The other thing I can do is unhook this rope, hook it onto that rope, give me that rope, and then I can grab it. All right, we got that off of there. That was heavier than I thought, or heavier than it should have been. And that was because it had a little manure in it. So we'll run down to the shop and cut that hose and put our drain valve into it. All right, we elected to get this hose off of there and do it in the shop rather than trying to do it in the cold. And near as I could tell, this is about where the center is, where we want to drain that. So we're probably not going to get it set in the correct spot, but we're going to attempt it. I measured 66 inches from here. When this was hooked up, that seemed to be the lowest spot. But what we might have to do is hook a ratchet strap or something on it to pull the belly out of it a little bit so that when we do activate that drain, it works correctly. But I'm thinking we're probably going to be setting this up and doing it over again. And that's going to require new hoses, I bet. So, all right. Yeah, just right up underneath that. Yeah. Well, yeah, a little farther, maybe. Woo! Ugh. we've got this just about together. This is our hydraulic gate valve that's going to be used to drain it. And we ended up turning the cylinder 180 degrees so that the hoses would be in direct line to the tractor. So we'll get a couple more of these bolts tight here, and then we'll take it up and install it into place. And we'll explain the design that Jared wanted to go with. However, we're not doing it that way. We're doing it the easy way. All right, we've got our pieces together, and we're gonna go ahead and set this up here. That's the same color. Different color. Watch it.
You're gonna be under the hose, right? Which one go first? That one? Back up and turn like I did last time.
Yeah. Up over.
You want me to sink it down farther?
Yeah. now. I'll rope that in. Alright, do you pour yet at all? Man, that's heavy.
You want me to help him? Just pull together.
Yeah. That one you call time. Lift right up. Heavier than I thought. Yeah. Maybe we could get this hanging and then bring a metal pipe over. Thanks to the concrete.
Why don't we just tie that better?
Let's tie lift up. We can tie this better. Lift up to the bucket. Yeah, ratchet I think we're long here, too. This valve almost wants to be up here, I think. I don't know. But now you can let it down and we'll see where that line takes. it does right there. On the rope and that other one.
Now you get my gold.
Fucking heavy, but boy, it's about at the wall. Where we are at the wall. We can move just one. Give me that rope. Boy, this might work. All right, so our plan is to hang that from a ratchet strap, but it's so heavy that we're not sure that's gonna work. Jared had an idea of mounting this right to the wall. Come off the wall with a couple of pieces, leg to it, hook to it, and so on. But I figured that it's gonna be too hard to try to hook that up direct if that was mounted to the wall. So we're gonna take this rectangle tube and we're gonna bridge it right from here over to there. And we're thinking we're gonna go underneath it and set this on top of it. And then if that works, we're gonna lag it. If it doesn't work, going below it, we're gonna go above it. But we're not sure how it's gonna work. So, all right. Can you maybe go underneath that and pry that up? Well, maybe you can go right over through, then we can go that way with it. Let off some pressure so I can get this rope out. Go the other way. Alright, see if you can get it to go over here. Go out from underneath the pipe, go under the hose. There you go.
I want to hit the hose with that.
Yeah, roll it over.
Oh, you. You want to go?
Yeah. Now, tip it. Yeah, tip it together.
No.
go over there and we'll turn it. Put that on. Go that way with the tube.
Like that? What's that?
Yeah. Boy, I think we want that other tube up here.
The other side, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Unless he lifts that up, we get that way a little more. Can you pull that rope your way?
This one?
Yeah, without it falling off. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't let the rope fall off. It's gonna come off the fucking clamp. You gotta squeeze the ropes together. No. Squeeze them together and pull it towards you. There you go. Will that go up a little higher maybe? Alright, maybe turn this tube. Turn the tube and get it on the other side of that valve. Keep going.
This?
Go a little farther. Alright, have him let that down a little bit. Alright, hold up a second. Pull that towards you and then we'll move this tube that way.
Like this?
Yeah. Now we gotta have this tube flipped over and pull the tube that way. Let that down. Yeah, there you go. Right there. What does that look like right there? Need another tube. I think that'll work, don't you?
It's just tight.
Let's try to get that hose there hooked up. And then this tube needs to come this way. Telescope the telehandler out. We'll put this in line. Put that in line with that. tube back towards me. Alright, have him go out a little farther. You go out a little farther.
Out right here.
I might have to lift up the top end, but.
I can't pick it up and I push. Yeah. You gotta push it this way, all the way.
Alright.
Turn it. Okay, go down. I think I gotta move this one over and that one over.
Yeah, but it wants to go that way.
Does it?
Yeah, if I pull. Nah, I can't reach it. Hand me that rope right there.
Jacob, let it down now.
Turn that one up in the air. Boy, I think that's decent there, but yeah, maybe this should be on this side of it.
I was thinking just turning them.
Well, I'd like to know how that hose would respond when it had manure in it. Because if that wants to come up some, it's going to pinch itself right there. It'll lift up some. I think we want to take this one out, right? And go on that side.
Try that.
Let me pull out and
I think that might work a little better. Can you push that one? Push this one in that way as far as you can.
yeah, but see, I wanted to get it angled the other way so that that valve, if it came up in the air, it misses the tube. I think we got to put this one, pull out and go back in, I think. Alright, we've got this set up about kind of the way we want it, maybe. But we're gonna try to pump a load of manure. We gotta get, that hose there might be a little too long. So we've got to try it out, see what we've got here. So. Yeah, I wonder if we wanna maybe move, can we push that way?
Warm though, that water's warm. I'm gonna video the cold start.
loaded here, and then we're going to screw around with a few things once these loads of manure leave. Alright, I think we've got this about where we want it. And now we're just going to cut them rectangle tubes off so they ain't sticking out there so long. And I haven't figured out how I want to fasten these things together, because we want to be able to move them out of here. And I don't know how we're going to do that yet, so we'll have to figure that out. Got the hoses hooked up. Now we're going to see if it works. There it goes. Doing its thing. So we've got some pieces welded on our tubings. On the other side, I got a piece to put on over here. So we're gonna see if we've got any liquid laying in it. What do you think?
If you put another 8-inch valve there, you could agitate through it.
Yeah?
Well, we were thinking of putting on an 8-inch valve there. That clamp here.
Maybe them, what is it, just not tight?
No, it's not actually in the groove right there.
That one was loose, you know, moving around, but that one we can't get it to move.
What one? That one?
That one we can't. I'd like that T, that drain, to turn up this way a little bit.
Well, if you got something tied it to the bar, you don't think it'll turn now?
I don't know. Maybe you could grab onto that valve. I don't know.
Here, let me see the lammer again. I don't know, maybe it would turn.
Yeah. We got that little rope on the back of the truck there. Here's this hammer. I'll plug that other tube in. Alright, we got a tube to weld in on that other side there. Yeah. Alright, so this job is done. Now this will be able to drain back. And we won't have anything in the load cart or the pump out hose to freeze. So that is going to do it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching. And we will catch you at the next video. Take it easy, folks.